You're not letting go enough. And you know it. You say you're done, but you still checking to see if they viewed your story, your Facebook, your Instagram, your TikTok, and you saying you moved on, but your chest tighten when their name comes up. Every time it pop up, I'm here to tell you that's not closure. That's actually avoidance. There's a difference between those two. So you created distance, but you didn't create detachment. And distance without detachment is torture. It's beating you up because now you suffer silently, quiet. And let's be honest, if you were truly over them or it wouldn't still trigger you, not at all. It wouldn't still irritate you. It wouldn't still make you rehearse conversation in bed in your head at 11:47, close to midnight. So you don't miss them like the way you think you do. You miss who you were when you felt being secured. You know what I'm saying? You miss being chosen. You miss being certain. And now that certainty is gone, your nervous system doesn't like instability. So it tries to reconnect, not because it was healthy. The relationship ain't had to be healthy, but your nervous system makes you think about it because it's familiar. And familiar feels safer, even when it hurts. That's why toxic attachments are hard to break. Not because it's good, but because they're predictable. You know how chaos works. You know how it feel when the tension would actually rise. You knew when the silence would hit and your body would actually adapt to it, adapt to that pattern. So now that you're going through a season and it's quiet, now that it's over, right? Now you feel like you're alone with your thoughts and it feels so uncomfortable to you. It's something new. And instead of you sitting in that discomfort, you peek back. You trying to double back. You trying to check them out. You wondering. So you leave a crack in that door. You tell yourself, that's maturity. You tell yourself, I'm just being cool with them. There ain't nothing wrong with being friends. But really, it's fear because letting go completely means accepting that that chapter in your life is finished. No reunion, no sequel, no surprise, no dramatic comeback. Just finish. You don't care what they say. You done. No response is the best response. And now you don't like that ending. You don't like that ending at all. You like possibilities. Like you like knowing you could reach out if you wanted to. You like knowing that they might come back. You hope that even if it's small, that keeps you emotionally tied. You still invested because hope feels better than actually being done. But hope in the wrong place becomes self-sabotage. You holding on to love, you holding on to potential. But let me tell you something about potential. Potential is so dangerous because it never had to prove itself. It lives perfectly in an image, in your imagination, in your mind that they are going to change. And in your mind, you feel like they're going to realize your value, your work. In your mind, you think that. And it's going to work out one day. And one day never comes. One day is not reality, not at all. Reality is what already happened. And what already happened for you is evidence. And you keep fighting that evidence because you want a different outcome. You keep rewriting that story and say, okay, I'm trying to make it hurt less. It hurts. We all been through a bad breakup. We all had to let something go. And it hurts. So if it was actually a line, it still would be there. And that's the part that may sting you because you're not just attached to them. You attached to the identity that you had with them. I'm going to say that again. You actually attached to the identity that you had with them. See, you were loyal. You was the loyal one, the strong one, the fixer, the understanding one, the patient one. Now, without that role, you don't fully know who you are. So that's why you keep double dipping, seeping, not for them, because that version of you, that's why this breakup feels deeper. It feels like you lost a part of yourself. And rebuilding without that attachment, it feels slow, uncomfortable, maybe even boring. But real letting go is not dramatic. It's discipline. You're not gonna be out here carrying on. It's choosing not to, text that person back when you want, or your ego wants the last word. It's not choosing not to stalk when curiosity start whispering it. It's not to choose posting indirectly, hoping they seen what you posting. If you were truly unbothered, you wouldn't need them to know whatever you got going on. Some of you don't want peace. You want validation. You want them to regret losing you. You want them to feel the same confusion that you feeling right now. But revenge is not healing. But revenge healing, that's fake healing, because your peace is still tied to their reaction. And that means they still can control you. Ask yourself this. If they actually never apologize, if they never came back, if they never admitted their fault, could you still move forward calmly, confident, without bitterness? If the answer is no, you're still not free. You're not free at all. You're actually negotiating emotionally. See, a lot of us want new love, right? But if you comparing everyone to the old one, you're not healing. You want new opportunities, but you're still emotionally processing the last rejection. You say you're ready, but your attachment is showing otherwise. Your actions is showing that. And here's the real issue. You don't trust that something better actually exists because you made up in your mind that you are so cling to what you already experienced, even if it wasn't fully like good for you, but at least you felt it once. Letting go requires belief. Believe that your future would not punish you for walking away from something that was toxic, was no good for you. Believe that you're not losing the only one chance that you had. Belief is not making a mistake by choosing to close that door, ending that relationship. That's why most people don't fully release. They half release. They stop talking but keep watching. They act distant, but they still emotionally invested into that person. They say I'm good, but secretly they hoping for reconciliation. That's a halfway state, and it's exhausting. It's actually draining because you're neither connected nor you're not free. You're suspended. You're stuck between memory and movement. I'm going to say that again. You're stuck between memory and movement. And that's why you feel so drained at this moment. Not because they hurt you, but because you are carrying something that you already ended. And if you fully, and I do mean fully, let go completely, their success wouldn't irritate you. Their silence wouldn't make you feel like you shaking. It wouldn't shake you at all. And their name wouldn't trigger you, but it still do. You'll actually feel neutral. And I'm here to tell you, neutral is powerful. Neutral means your nervous system is no longer activated. Neutral means you don't need updates, checking your phone to see if they text back or call you. Neutral means you don't care who they with. Neutral means your peace is internal, not conditional. Freedom is not loud. It's calm. It's quiet. Maybe even bored sometimes. And some of you are addicted to emotional intensity. So peace feels strange to you right now. You confuse chaos with passion. You confuse attachment with destiny. You confuse longing with love. But love don't destabilize you. Attachment does. So no, you haven't fully let go. Because if you had, you still wouldn't be negotiating in your head if they're going to come back. You wouldn't still be replaying memories. What if this would have went? I could have did that right. You wouldn't still feel the urge to prove something to somebody. You will simply just move on with grace, calmly, quietly, but you're moving forward without an announcement, without telling people or posting to make sure they see you, without explanations, without checking back, going on their page on a fake page. That's the decision that's right in front of you right now. Not emotionally, but calmly. Are you ready to actually close that door completely? Even if it never reopens again, you know? Are you ready to release that fantasy, that what if? Not just a person, but that theory. Are you ready to stop looking back just to see if they're watching you? Because until you do, you will stay emotionally available for something that's no longer available to you. And that hurts. That stings. And that's why you're not growing. That's why you're not going nowhere, because you're stuck. You don't know how to heal. So decide, not out of anger, not out of pride, but out of actual clarity. Decide that your peace matters more than your curiosity. Decide that your future matters more than your ego. Decide that you don't need to win. You need to be free. Say it's time for you to come out of that prison and start healing. And freedom starts when you finally actually let go. Enough. So let go. So I hope this video talked to you or spoke to you and hit your spirit. And if it did, type in my comments freedom to let me know that spoke to you. And if you're new to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and go in that little corner down below on the right hand side. There's a little bell. Hit that bell so you don't miss any video. And I do mean any video that I post. Blessings. And let me say this again. You haven't let go enough. And it's time to let go because it's robbing you of where you're heading.